Hello guys, this is the first video for my computer game project. So what I have here so far is I have an empty game project and more or less empty device project. So device is an abstraction that I'll use to draw things on using the GPU. And right now this abstraction is this class iDevice, which I want to create using this function, create D3D device. I want to hide all D3D12 things, so this header will not have any D3D12 specific. And all D3D12 stuff, like headers and objects, will be hidden inside of this header and inside of this CPP file. And here's the prompt I wrote to Cursor. So I'm asking to implement the constructor for the D3D12 device object. Let's see what it does. There you go. This is the constructor. So we created device successfully. And yeah, we have the device. I've made some changes to the code. So here's how the code looks like right now. So at first, I'm creating a device. And I'm telling it whether it's a present device or not. And the difference is that, for example, I'm on a laptop and I have two GPUs in it. One will be used for rendering and the other will be used for presentation. So these are two different GPUs, right? So here I'm saying if present device is equal to false, this means it will be the rendering GPU. So I'm saying create device and I assign this to render GPU variable. And then I create a queue on this render GPU. This is the queue where I will push the rendering work. And here's the other device. This is presenting device. So I'm saying present device is equal to true. I'm creating the device. Then I'm creating on the present device, I'm creating a swap chain. So I say create window, and a window object will also contain the swap chain. And I'm creating the queue. This is the working queue where I will queue the presentation work. And then here's my rendering loop. So basically, currently all it does is it says, okay, swap chain, give me the next image where I will be rendering my stuff to. And then I will just load the image from file, from the file with this kind of name. And then I will copy this image into the swap chain and I'll present. That's all I'm doing. So now I need to implement the code that does all of this. So let's write some cursor prompts. So let me first include some useful projects from my worm project. So I have here math. It has some vector operations, and I have file utils for file operations. And then I'll say add existing project. And then I'll go to game, file utils, and then I also say add existing project, math. So now I ask Cursor to fix all my compilation errors. Please fix the compilation errors. If some functions are missing, please add empty stubs. Don't add any new classes. So let's see what it does. Okay, it's done. Let's see if it builds now. Oh, now it builds. So I have iWindow here, and I need D3D12 implementation of this class. So I'm doing here add class and I'll say D3D12 window, and the base class will be iWindow. Okay. So now I have this class here. And here I will need a function create probably. iWindow create, and I will give it D3D12 device pointer. And also it will have and swap chain images and resolution. A declaration of method. Create. It's in D3D12 window.h. Please add the implementation of this method into D3D12 window.cpp. So it has added this function. So it creates a window, it creates a swap chain. Yeah, that's good. So okay, so the device has to be able to create a queue. So let's ask cursor to implement this. Please add a pure virtual method create queue into iDevice, and let's implement this method for D3D12 device. All right, so now I have this create queue method. Oh, it just added another file. It added D3D12 queue. Oh, that's cool. It's actually here. So I just need to move it. I just need to move it over here, and I'll move this one over here. The next step in implementing the game is this rendering loop. And the first step of this rendering loop is we're getting a new swap chain image where we are going to render our picture. So this getNextImage method needs to be implemented. And I have added declaration of this method into iWindow class. And now I'm asking cursor to implement it for D3D12. So this is a prompt. You can pause the video and read it. Oh, actually it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. The next step is to create a resource to which I'm going to draw on the screen. And for that, I need to implement this create resource function. So I have already added declaration of this function into iDevice. Now I want cursor to implement it. Let's see. I've just added a declaration of pure virtual function. iDevice, please implement or please provide the implementation of this function in the derived class D3D12 device. Let's see if it can do that. So it should be in the source file here. So there is a function create resource, and it does something. Create committed resource. So it's plausible. Let's see if it builds. And it builds. The next step is to implement this loading from file. So let's go over there and we will ask cursor to implement this. So it did something. Okay, now the last thing I need to do is to implement this window present function. Let's do that. So I've just added, this is my prompt. I've just added a declaration of iWindowPresent function. It's supposed to use DXGI swap change present under the hood. Please implement this function in the derived class. That's a very simple implementation. So when you are debugging D3D12 application, it's very important to set the debug flag on the create device. That way, the runtime will notify you if something is wrong. And I think I didn't do that, so let's do that. When we call, let's give it debug flag in case debug build is being created. All right, so now we have this. So we enable D3D12 debug layer. That's good. So let's see what happens if I run it. Now it tells me that there's some error. It says corruption. Resource object blah 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 is referenced by GPU in flight. So some resource has been released even though it's still referenced by the GPU. Now I need to debug where that happens. I see. So this happens here. I'm launching copy operation, copy from staging. But then before this copy is completed, this temporary resource that I'm creating here is being destroyed because it goes out of scope. So here I need to do something like flush. Okay, now the program doesn't crash, but I also don't have the window and I don't see the picture. So now I need to figure out where the picture is. So it has occurred to me that my window doesn't have any event loop. So let's ask cursor to add an event loop. Or event function, actually. And here is my new window proc. So, and I probably should now add into this loop, I should say a window all events. Yeah, it compiles. Just Visual Studio didn't yet realize I have this function. That's why it underlines it with red. So let's see if if I get a window now. Oh, I have the window. Nice. The window is completely black though. That's suboptimal. I need to debug why that is. I figured it out. So it turned out that I was missing this copy because I render the image into one resource, but then I need to copy it to the screen. So this copy was missing. And when I added this copy now, I have the picture. There you go. So now I need to think what kind of game I will be making. Will it be platformer or strategy game or something like Lemmings? I will tell you what I think about it in the next episode.